The pandemic forced many of us to reevaluate our priorities, our careers, and even our plans for the future. While many lost their jobs, others are choosing to join the Great Resignation and pursue other opportunities. Whether it's due to burnout, mandatory return to office, or maybe it's just a realization that it's time to move on, having a plan in place before handing in your 2 weeks notice is critical. So here are some tips. Dr. Davis, we are hearing left and right about the Great Resignation. Why are we seeing such a big turnover in the workplace right now?
Yeah, it's so unfortunate that we are seeing this Great Resignation, but it's also a new opportunity for us to learn what things can we do to make our organizations much more inclusive and that we can treat people the way that they want to be treated. So one of the number one reasons people are leaving is burnout. The second one, lack of opportunities. And certainly they're looking to get paid more money for what they feel like is a lot of stress and pressure and added anxiety at work.
Yeah, I know you talk a lot about the importance of having an exit strategy for every area of your life, but what do you mean by this? What should we be doing?
Yeah, I worked in human resources for 30 years, and I did a number of exit strategies, whether it was moving a leader into another department or division because they weren't working out there, or helping people to exit out of the organization, or helping our organization with mergers and acquisitions. We all need it. I used it even to move to different companies and to different jobs and positions, even in the company as well. So we need an exit strategy, which is a roadmap to lay out steps that we need to follow and things that we need to consider if we're going to make that move, because it's about change.
Absolutely. And when it comes to change, I think we're always asking ourselves those what if questions, and it tends to go to the negative side, like the disempowering side. How do we get on a more positive track when you're thinking about these kind of changes?
Yeah, I asked a lot of those same questions in my career as well, because it's a little scary because you're entering into unfamiliar territory. So I used to ask the questions I used to ask that were disempowering was, what if I don't get selected? What if I get rejected? Or what if I get over there and I fail? What if I'm not educated enough? What if I'm not good enough? So you have to replace those disempowering questions with empowering responses. And you have to speak, affirmations over yourself and be encouraged. And I always say, get the right people in your ear and drown out all the negative noise as you work your exit strategy. That's a part of it. The other part of it is you got to do due diligence and make sure that where you're looking to go next is that you've done the homework and you've prepared so that you can succeed.
And for people who do feel stuck and are saying those what if questions, you don't want to be, but they want to make a change, what's your message for them today?
I do want them to think about it, right? Know where you want to go, know what you offer, know your value, be willing to step up and speak up about your value that you add. What are your successes? What are your accomplishments? Leverage your network is key and critical. I always say relationships are the new currency. We get work, we get referrals, we get recommendations, and resources come from those who are in our network. So look at your network, upgrade and obviously enhance your resume, get out on social media, get into the right connections, and make sure that your name is out where some of the executive searches are happening.
Yeah, be visible. And it's different in this virtual world, I'm sure, but we can still make our name get out there, right?
We can. And look, even though it's virtual, that's actually a great thing, because that's how jobs happen now anyway. It comes through contacts and connections and through those referrals. And a lot of times as a recruiter, and I know this from being a recruiter 10 years, we go to the social media. We look at your LinkedIn profile and we want to know what kind of experiences and how much do you have out on social media that shows us what you can do.
Dr. Davis, this was so helpful. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
My pleasure.
So many great tips. Dr. Davis also has a book that addresses all of the what ifs, and it's called Living Beyond What Ifs. You can actually get it wherever books are sold.